kindergarten, you asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the first time they asked me was a dairyman. Just being able to do what we do, being able to take care of the animals, to have the pride in it. It's not a commercial atmosphere. It's a family-friendly atmosphere. We want a product that's good and nutritious and quality, and we do everything we can to provide that.
Are we on the air? Oh, you caught me in a good mood. I finally got my dream team. Agri-Service now carries the Rogator 700. It's easy to maneuver with 165 horsepower, great fuel economy, and the smart drive system. Pair that with the bad boy tractors, my Massey Ferguson 8600 series, and I got power, comfort, technology, and pure performance that no other tractor can match. You want more information? You go to agri-service.com or visit one of their 10 locations near you.
Morning, Institute team. What do we got?
We're eliminating surprise costs by avoiding jargon between our plans, dentists, and patients.
Lovely. Martinez, go.
Ease of access. Telephone answer rates down to 12 seconds.
Thomas?
We're getting Idaho's kids psyched for their very first dental visit. Meet the Grinbot. Maybe I'll keep working on that.
Keep perfecting. Partners in lifelong dental care. We're there.
When it comes to the internet, more megabits equals more speed. And that means better streaming of movies, better downloads, better online gaming, better everything. And Cable One high-speed internet gives you more bits for your buck than CenturyLink.
Thank you.
But don't take our word for it. Take it from the Wall Street Journal. They reported that Cable One is a top 5 value for high-speed internet. So if you want more speed for your money, here's the value you're looking for.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
I'm Daisy Ambrose, and I'm proud to be a Yote. I chose the College of Idaho because I feel like I'm in a safe environment with people who really want me to understand the world around me. You get to explore all of these other fields, but you also become an expert in your own. They've helped me develop this love for learning and this love for giving back to my community. I want to be a doctor, and CFI has helped me feel like I can apply to medical school and be competitive.
Not sure what that means.
I'm Daisy Ambrose, and I am climbing higher.
Well, somehow I got it.
High interest credit cards breaking your budget? Then break the budget breaking cycle with a low rate with Smart Credit Card. With Smart Credit Union, everything you need.
You're watching the 2015 Real Dairy Shootout, only on idahosports.com game streams. Presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the United Dairymen of Idaho.
Turn the sound on? Yep.
We are ready to come on the air whenever you are.
Okay.
Does that sound all right? Check.
Well, let's come on.
Check one, two.
You got advertisers lined up here, Century and whatnot. Yeah. Okay, bring us on. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another idahosports.com game stream production presented by the United Dairymen of Idaho and the Idaho High School Activities Association. Glad to have you with us alongside my broadcast partner. I'm Scott Burton, and this morning it's Trophy Saturday, the 4A boys Real Dairy Shootout between the Century Diamondbacks and the Burley Bobcats. It's the consolation championship between these two squads, and taking a peek about how they got here. The Century Diamondbacks have played as well as anybody in the tournament, but somehow found themselves on the losing end of an overtime loss against Twin Falls to begin the tournament on Thursday. They fell to the Bruins 68-65 in overtime, and then they handled Middleton quite easily 68-50 yesterday to advance to the consolation championship. Meanwhile, the Burley Bobcats opened the tournament against Rigby, and Rigby's playing in the state title game tonight, but Burley gave Rigby all they can handle before falling to the Trojans 56-46, and then Burley very impressive in their win yesterday against Lakeland, 46-29, and that's how both these teams got here. The Century Diamondbacks entered this morning's game with a 15-12 record under head coach Lester Stewart in his first season at the helm, and the Burley Bobcats 15-11 under head coach Jack Bagley in his 13th season. Well, Mike, the keys to victory for both of these teams, and we begin with the Century Diamondbacks. Obviously, they have to defend the yard. Burley will shoot the three, and they will shoot it off, and 6 different players for the Burley Bobcats can knock down three-pointers. Secondly, Century's got to clean the glass. They will have a size advantage over Burley, as pretty much every opponent Burley faces will have a size advantage on them. They have got to take advantage of that, and so far, Century is a +7 on the boards in these 2 tournament games. And then finally, Blaze of Glory. That's right, we've got a lot of seniors on this Century squad, and this will be their last high school game. There is no tomorrow. So it's time to send out the Century seniors, including Boise State-bound Lee Carwell, out with a blaze of glory. For the Burley Bobcats, their keys tonight. Number 1, balance. In their opening round loss, there wasn't a whole lot of balance in the scoring. They relied mainly on perimeter shots to get the job done, and as they found out, that can't always work, especially when shooters go cold.
Yeah. They're going to have to be hot this morning.
And the win against Lakeland, they went to the free throw line 30 times compared to the 4 free throw attempts they had against Rigby. So balanced scoring. Secondly, they've got to contain Malik. It's going to be really interesting to see what Malik Carwell decides to do in his final high school basketball game. And I can just say, if it were me, I'd want to go out with a bang. And number 3, play big. We mentioned that Burley is undersized against anybody and everybody that they play, but they have been playing bigger than they are. And if you're going to play the style of basketball that Burley likes to play, you have to play bigger. And a lot of that comes on the rebounds. And through 2 games, Burley is only at a -3 on the rebound, so they're holding their own, and they've got to play big again here this morning. And those are the keys to victory for both Century and Burley. Well, we'd like to welcome some local advertisers on board with us this morning, Mike.
We have quite a few today, Scott, and we'll start out with some on the Burley side. No matter what your fitness level or goals, Impact Athletic in Burley has a variety of fitness programs and tools, plus professional advice to keep you motivated, excited, and seeing results. At Impact Athletic, we are so confident that we will help you achieve your goals that we offer a 60-day money-back guarantee if you don't. Push aside your excuses and live life to the fullest. Come see them today and ask about their 0-time commitment membership at 1150 16th Street in Burley. And Valley Agronomics is a regional multi-state agronomy cooperative that provides products and services to full-time farm and ranch producers. They provide sound agronomic advice, accurate and timely custom application, helping producers achieve maximum economic yields on their fields. Their expert crop advisors care about your success and can help you with the newest and most up-to-date products and services. Contact Valley Agronomics in Paul today at 438-5011 or visit valleywidecoop.com for more information. Valley Agronomics, your growing success is our business. And let's take a little visit to Century side of the Bank of Commerce is a full-service community bank with 16 locations in southeastern Idaho and southwest Montana. Call their Ag and Business Lending Specialist to find out why their customers say, we're the bank of a lifetime. And Scott, one of your personal favorites, Bejeweled by Me.
That's right, Bejeweled.
Proud supporter of Century Diamondback Athletics, Bejeweled by Me offers a wide array of charm, locket, and bracelet trinkets for your custom jewelry needs. Have friends interested in making their own jewelry? Just host a party or join the Bejeweled by Me team of consultants. Military discounts on all purchases are available.
You were just talking yesterday about bejeweling the headsets, weren't you?
Go online to bejeweledbyme.com or call 208-223-7070 today. Bejeweled by Me. Fun, easy, and affordable.
And then, of course, Phil Meter Toyota out of Pocatello as well. Thanks to all of our sponsors, both our major business partners and our local advertisers for joining us this morning. Without their support, these game streams do not happen. So if you're out there listening and you know people that represent these businesses and companies, please let them know how much you appreciate them being able to bring these game streams to you. Well, at this time, we'll step away from Bora Gymnasium for the national anthem, and then we'll be right back with the starting lineups and the tip-off in the Consolation Championship from Bora High School. This is IdahoSports.com.
Hi, Mario and Buddy, just looking at the map. By our calculations, everyone was within an easy drive of Teton Toyota in Idaho Falls. That's really good news because it means you have a real choice when it comes to car shopping. You can choose the old way with weekend gimmicks and high-pressure salesmen, or come to Teton Toyota. No gimmicks, no pressure, just friendly service and a friendly dog. If that sounds good to you, stop by Teton Toyota in Idaho Falls, where it's always no problem.
Good morning, Grinstitute team. What do we got?
We're eliminating surprise costs by avoiding jargon between our plans, dentists, and patients.
Lovely. Martinez, go.
Ease of access. Telephone answer rates down to 12 seconds.
Thomas?
We're getting Idaho's kids psyched for their very first dental visit. Meet the Grinbot. Maybe I'll keep working on that.
Keep perfecting. Partners in lifelong dental care. We're there.
When you're headed east and your financial institution is west, the Westmark mobile money app makes account management fast and easy, wherever the road may take you, with everything you need.
You're watching the 4A Real Dairy Shootout, only on idahosports.com game streams. Presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the United Dairymen of Idaho.
Welcome back to Burley High School. It's consolation championship time on Trophy Saturday. Live on idahosports.com, presented by the United Dairymen of Idaho and the Idaho High School Activities Association. The Century Diamondbacks and the Burley Bobcats getting set to do battle. And before we turn to the game, let's get to tonight's lineups. We begin with the Burley Bobcats, and we'll start with their non-starters. Number 1, Landon Gunnell. Number 3, Ryan Bagley. Number 4, Jesse Cantu. Number 12, Zach Simmons. Number 15, Mateo Artiega. Number 21, Paxton Bodley. Number 23, Braden Bell. Number 30, Roy Del Bosque. And number 33, Skylar Page. For the Century Diamondbacks, non-starters. Number 1, Tucker Huff. Number 5, Jared Payne. Number 12, Carter West. Number 15, Dan Mendy. Number 21, Lucas Rawlings. Number 23, Sheldon Honina Edmo. Number 25, Jarrell Adams. Number 32, Caden Iverson. Number 33, Zach Hearn. And number 34, Caleb Prey. Starting lineups tonight for the Burley Bobcats. They will start in the backcourt. Number 10, McKinley Quast, the 5'9" senior, having a pretty nice tournament, averaging 11 points on the season. He had 9 in the opener and then 12 yesterday. Brennan Page will get the start, the 5'8" senior, number 13. He had 8 points in the opener. Also getting the start tonight, Britton Gerard, the 5'11" junior. 3 points in the opener, 6 yesterday. Cole Gibbons, the 6-foot senior. 6 points, 8 boards to open the tournament. And then finally, Mario Del Bosque, averaging 10 points on the season, had 10 points yesterday. For the Century Diamondbacks, they will start number 3, Malik Harwell, the 6'4" senior, headed to Boise State to play for Leon Rice next year, averaging on the season 27 points and 10 boards. And so far in the tournament, he has not disappointed. He had 22 points and 8 boards in the opener, and then 19 points and 9 rebounds yesterday. Joining him in the backcourt will be Grant Folger, the 6'1" senior. Folger averaging 9 points, had 19 in game number 1. Leo Barron averaging 16.7 boards on the season, playing baseball next year, but has not decided where he's going. He's 6'4" and a senior. Chase Rao, the 6'3" senior, will get the start as well. And finally, the big fella, Tanner Mosseth, 6'8" senior, headed to the University of Idaho to play football next year. And those are your starting lineup. Century will be in their home whites, Burley in the visiting green.
Many of us come from a long line of ancestors with a history of a strong work ethic, dependability, and a love for all things outdoors. Each of them depended on strength and determination to get the job done, and so do we. Valleywide Home and Ranch in Rupert is your local store, and we know what it means to put in a full day's work. And we appreciate that you do too. Whether you need feed, fertilizer, fuel, tack, lawn and garden, or a sturdy pair of work boots, Valleywide Home and Ranch has the tools to help you get the job done. Valleywide Home and Ranch in Rupert, your local home and ranch store. And Mill End Fabrics in Burley is the place to go in the mini-cash area for fabric, upholstery, and foam. You need some foam? On that latte? I don't think that's that kind of foam. Mill End Fabrics has been in business for 28 years and run by your local friends and neighbors, not some out-of-state big box store. Come in and see the wide selection of sewing notions that are always 20% off. Stop by Mill End Fabrics in Burley at 1358 Overland Avenue, or give them a call at 878-5713. Mill End Fabrics, proud to support Burley Athletics.
And we are just about done wrapping up the starting lineups. And the rest of the day shapes up like this. We've got 2 games, trophy games here at Bora High School before we take our act out to the Idaho Center for the state championship game. The consolation championship, Century and Burley, and then the third place game will feature the Twin Falls Bruins and the Mountain Home Tigers. And then 6 o'clock tonight, we'll be out at the Idaho Center for the Bishop Kelly Knights and the Rigby Trojans for the 4A state championship. Well, if you haven't been able to tell by now, we can literally look over our right shoulder, grab a drumstick, and start playing drums. That is how close the Burley band is to us. The ironic thing is, leave it alone. All right, here we go. Tip controlled by Century. Barron with the basketball. Nearly walked with it and then turned it over to Page. Right away, an open jumper in the corner. In and out. That won't fall for Mario Del Bosque. And then Century gives it right back. Very lethargic 14 seconds for Century. 2 turnovers already.
Well, it's early in the morning.
Tell you what, I'd be turning it over too. Open 3 from the corner. And every game in the tournament, Burley has started out shooting very well, and that was Quast with the triple. Malik Harwell tries to answer. Nowhere in the zip code, but there's Barron with the offensive rebound. Folgers pull up. Back iron rolls around, won't go. Finally, the rebound into the arms of Gerard. Quast will fire it up again. Back iron too strong. Out of bounds. This one will go to Century. Just underway first quarter, 3-0. Burley with the early lead on a 3-point bucket by McKinley Quast and a whistle out front. First foul of the game. 7:05 left to play first quarter.
Yep, Scott, you got to remember, these are a bunch of teenage kids out here. They're usually not out of bed at this time on Saturday mornings.
I'm in my 40s, man. I'm usually not, well, I got kids, I do, but if I didn't have, I wouldn't be either. Barron and Mossad, a little pick and roll shut down by the Bobcats. Barron's open. He'll launch a 3. Got it. Smooth stroke from Leo Barron. Barron has scored in double digits both games. Another wide open 3. Del Bosque misses. Barron with the rebound. Burley is getting some open looks, and I don't think they're quite used to that because the first 2 games, it's been paramount to shut them down. Harwell to the rim, and he's on the scoreboard. It's 5-3 Century. 5 quick points by the Diamondbacks, and they're up by 2. Approaching 6 minutes to go, opening quarter. Quast with the basketball. To Gerard, who's looking inside. And Del Bosque fires a 3. That one no good. Malik Harwell with a rebound. Under 6 to go, opening quarter. Malik Harwell open from 3, and he buries it, Mike, and that's something we talked about in the pregame. What was Malik Harwell going to do? on his final high school game? And the answer, 5 quick points.
I think he came to play, brought his A game, no doubt about it.
And a turnover by the Bobcats gives it back to the Diamondbacks. 8-3 Century on 8 straight points. Burley opened the game with a 3 from Qua. Since then, it's been 8 straight from Century. This is Barron. Quast working on him, and now it's Harwell. Burley in that 2-3 zone just to make sure they've got a body in front of everybody. 3-pointer well off the mark from Folger. It's still loose. Put back no good. And finally Burley clears. And here comes Burley in transition. They've got some numbers. And a foul on the drive before Quast was able to make the nice dish to Gibbons. Burley will inbound on the baseline.
And you were talking in the opening about how Burley, pretty much for the most part, is always going to be undersized. But they sure make up with that for flying around and hustle around, especially defensively.
Well, they do, and the one thing that can get Burley in trouble in a hurry is if they don't secure the defensive rebound and they allow second chances to larger teams. 3-pointer on the way, designed play, and Quast can't get it to go. 5 minutes to go, first period. They haven't started the clock yet. Crowd's getting a little restless here.
Still haven't started the clock.
They still haven't, and nobody's noticed, including the officials. Well, I'm not sure anybody's noticed, to be honest with you.
You get a little extra time for the
That's
players
all
this
right.
morning.
That's all right. Give him a chance to wake up. Barron, his drive, knocked out of bounds, and the clock remains stopped with 5:02, and now they run a second off of it. 5:01.
That's early morning for them, too.
I tell you what, it is. Everybody needs to get it going here. All right. Burley with the basketball, 8-3. Century with a 5-point advantage. Century man-to-man defense. And Burley will reset some things here. 4.5 to go. Mario Del Bosque, front iron, won't go. Rebound to the Diamondbacks. That is Hearn, who's checked into the game. Harwell step back 3, too strong. Rebound to Quast. Burley will try to push the action. Quast turned down the 3 and left it for Page, who misses. Putback is good by Gibbons. And the 8-0 run is broken. 8-5 is your score. Harwell with a nice lead for Hearn. And the answer, Mario Del Bosque, 10-7. Century with the lead. Harwell with the spin, the double clutch, and he will be fouled. And the foul will go against Gibbons. First personal, second team foul. Harwell misses the first. Harwell with 5 points in the quarter. It's 10-7 Century. 3:38 to play, opening period. Second one from Malik is good. 1 of 2 from Malik Harwell. Well, 48 IdahoSports.com is the email address. Send us your shout out. We'll get you on the air. Help wake us up a little bit this morning, too. (11-7) Diamondbacks by 4. Long jumper, too strong from Roy Del Bosque's check correction. That's Braden Bell. Corner 3. Folger no good. Hearn with the rebound. Burley slapping and reaching, and they forced the travel. Arteaga was all over Chase Rao.
That's what I was trying to mention earlier. Might be undersized, but if you get that ball in the key, you better keep it high. Hold on to it strong, because Burley's going to collapse and have all kinds of hands slapping at it, trying to knock it away.
Under 3 to play, opening quarter, 11-7. Diamondbacks with a 4-point advantage. Burley with a basketball. This is Skylar Page trying to set things up for the Bobcats. Quast over to Page again. Roy Del Bosque's checked in, and Bosque's left-hand runner won't go, and the rebound finds the arms of the Diamondbacks, and Century will take over with 2:15 to go first quarter. Up by 4, Harwell. Well, what a move by Malik Harwell. Split the defense with the dribble and got to the rim.
Very quick move. Got the one Burley defender up in the air, and he just went by him before he came down.
Arteaga with the nifty move on the other end, and he'll shoot free throws. Malik Harwell has got 8 in the quarter. So Mateo Arteaga, the 6'1 senior, unable to connect on the first. The Burley Bobcats, not a bad free throw shooting team. I mean, we mentioned they only went 4 times in that opener, but then they were 20 of 26 yesterday. 22 of 30 for the tournament, 73%, and 0 for 2, and a push on the rebound. This one will go against the Burley Bobcats. Century with the ball. And a 6-point lead, and stepping on the baseline is Hearn, and he'll turn it over to the Bobcats. 1:38 to go opening quarter. 13-7. Century over Burley. You don't normally see a smaller team trying to run a back pick alley-oop. Braden Bell about had it, and they had it set up pretty well. 13-7, Diamondbacks. 1:15 to go, first period. Little pick and roll with Hearn, but getting loose on the inside. Reverse layup is good. Tucker Huff. Century offensively clicking very well. Burley opened the game with a 3-pointer by Quast, but has been relatively quiet since then, and more importantly, Mike, they're not getting those second chances.
Century doing a nice job of cleaning the boards.
One of the things we talked about in the keys to victory. This will be a second chance opportunity for Burley with under a minute to go. Page is in trouble right now. Finally finds Arteaga. 45 seconds to go first quarter. Page will fire a 3. That one rattles around no good, and the rebound cleared by Hearn. Up ahead, the Diamondbacks will run. Off glass, no good for Folger, and here come the Bobcats. Leading the way is Roy Del Bosque. Now it's Arteaga, and he traveled. 27 seconds to go, first period, 15-7 Century. And Diamondbacks will have the basketball. Consolation Championship live on IdahoSports.com. 4A at IdahoSports.com is the email address. Send us your shout out. We'll get your message on the air. Where are you watching from? Who are you rooting for? 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Century will hold for the final shot. They've got the 8-point lead. 8 seconds. Honina Edmo has checked into the game. He'll fire the 3, and he got it at the gun, and what a way for the Century Diamondbacks to finish the quarter, up by 11, 18-7 Century. We'll be right back.
Philmeter Toyota was just voted the best place to buy and service your car in Pocatello. Now imagine the best getting even better. Our brand new facility will be the biggest in eastern Idaho, with 18 service bays, including 3 quick loops. The first thing you should always look for when buying a new or used car or truck is a great service department. And ours, according to you, is the best. On Yellowstone or online at philmetertoyota.com.
One quarter in the books here at Bora High School. The Century Diamondbacks firing on all cylinders offensively. They lead at 18-7 over the Burley Bobcats. In that quarter, Burley only shooting 20% from the field. Meanwhile, Century shooting 47%, and that's been the difference. From the three-point line, Burley 1 of 10. 1 of 10.
We've talked about it before. Live by the 3, die by the 3.
We saw Twin Falls yesterday go 1 of 18 and almost win the game.
Century's not going to stop, Burley won't stop taking those threes, though.
Del Bosque turns it down. The thing about a three-point shooting team, too, Mike, is I think a lot of people just think if you leave them open, they're going to make them, but they've got to get themselves in a rhythm.
Yeah.
And that's a big, big part of it. The drive will produce a foul, and Burley will shoot free throws.
Even if you're standing there wide open shooting threes, if you make 6, 7 out of 10, you're shooting pretty hot. Now imagine when somebody's coming at you.
Exactly.
It's not easy.
Brennan Page will shoot a pair. And the first one good. 18-8. It's a 10-point Century lead just underway here, second quarter. Second one also good. And it's 18-9. Barron has it stolen by Mario Del Bosque. Now Bosque to the rim. And they try to get a little too fancy. And here comes Barron in transition. He will go to the rim. Cannot finish, but there for the putback. No good is Rao, and we've got a whistle on the foul, on the rebound rather. And Gibbons picks up the foul, so Century's going to get another chance. This will be the third opportunity they will have on this
rebounds.
Exactly, on this trip down to floor. And that was a nifty read by Barron. Barron was designed to go outside. The defense jumped it, and he cut it right back up the key. Good read. 20-9. And Mario Del Bosque buries the long jumper. He's got 4. And it's back to a 9-point Century lead, 20-11. And again, the quick hands of Mario Del Bosque strips Barron. Quast, long jumper. No good. The rebound pulled by Folger. And Burley slapping and pushing, forces the double dribble, much to the chagrin of Lester Stewart on the Century bench. He can't believe it. Onina Edmo has checked back into the game for Century. Burley to inbound. Brennan Page to Mario Del Bosque. Actually, that's Gerard now. Now it's Del Bosque in the corner. And a lot of dribbling on the inside. And the Bobcats turn it over. Gibbons really never had a shot at the rim, and he had Mossep right in his path. Harwell, dare me to shoot it, and I will. Folger picks up the foul. 23-11 is your score. Burley with some trouble getting it in. Quast had an open man in the corner and overshot him. Gibbons was there. 5:21 to go, second quarter, 23-11 Century. Honina Edmo. Now it's Harwell. Honina Edmo into Hearn. Good ball movement by Century. And then Huff with the runner. No good. The tip.
Nice
and the
tip.
follow by Hearn. Zach Hearn has 4, getting some significant minutes early. 25-11. Century. Three-pointer. Boy, Burley just can't buy a bucket right now as Gerard misses, but Burley able to track down the rebound. Century working hard on defense. And a travel on the drive and another turnover. And Arteaga checks back in for Burley. 25-11. Harwell with 4:10 to go. Honina Edmo, front iron. Rebound, Mario. Three-pointer on the way. Front iron for Gerard. Rebound to Century. Under 4 to play, second quarter. 14-point lead. And a steal. And losing it was Brennan Page. Good effort by Page, just couldn't quite control it. 25-11 Century by 14.
And I think you got it just right earlier, Scott, when you said Burley just kind of not in a rhythm with their shots. It's come down, pass around the perimeter 2 or 3 times, and then take a shot. Sometimes you need to get a little more movement. They need to maybe catch the ball, try to penetrate a little bit, then kick it out, and get a little flow going to their game.
Honina Edmo had it stripped, and Burley converts in transition. Quast gets the bucket. It's a 12-point lead. Harwell tries to answer to the rim, and he got it. Harwell's got 13 already. And Gerard got stuck inside and will be tied up, and the arrow favors the Diamondbacks. Huff and Hearn will take a seat for Century. 3:06 to go, second quarter. 27-13 is your score. Diamondbacks by 14. Century shooting very, very well, and Malik Harwell playing very, very well. What a pass. Too easy.
Yeah.
Rao.
I think Malik saw that earlier and was just setting it up all the way.
Rao, the benefactor of the Malik pass. (29-13). Burley needs to find an answer quickly. They're down 16 here in the third quarter. Del Bosque with a couple of shots.
Or the second quarter.
That's what I said. I said third quarter?
Yeah.
I got to get more coffee down me.
People at home are going,
really?
What happened to halftime?
They skip it on Trophy Saturday. New rule this year. 29-14. Mario Del Bosque will have another shot, and he gets them both. Cuts into the lead a little bit, 29-15. Not only does Burley need to find a little bit of offense, they've got to come up with some stops here. And they have not been able to stop Century hardly at all. And Malik turns it over, tries to do a little bit too much. Mario Del Bosque comes away with the steal to Page. Page, good pass inside to Cantu, and an and one opportunity.
Yeah, if there's any chink in Malik Harwell's armor, and this is nitpicking, but it's that sometimes he does try to do just a little too much. A little extra too fancy on this pass, or
you're absolutely right, Mike, and you can just tell that there's some maturation that needs to happen, with Malik and Leon Rice at Boise State, and his staff will do a great job honing that skill, because there is just so much raw talent. You can see why he's a D1 player. But you're right, sometimes it just gets to be a little too much and you turn it over. 2 minutes to go, second quarter. 29-18, Burley has cut it to 11 now. They've got another turnover, and Harwell prevents the layup. And the hustle play by Harwell saves the ball for his team. Burley steals it right back as there's bedlam on the floor, and finally a foul as Page comes away with the loose ball. Well, you can see Burley trying to capitalize on some defense to offense, because in the half-court offense, Burley is struggling. But 1-1 as that is the 7th team foul now on Century. Skylar Page gets the front end, and he'll shoot another. 1:48 to go before the break. And 1 of 2, and that one off the hands of Century. Last man to touch it was Rawlings, and so Burley will keep it. This could be an important trip down the floor. They trail it by 10. They were down 16 just moments ago. Now an opportunity to cut it to single digits. The drive and the dish. Mario's contested jump shot, too strong, but in there to keep things alive, I believe was Gerard. Harwell with the basketball to the rim. He'll be fouled. And a push by Malik Harwell. He was not happy, and I don't know if the officials saw it. They did. The one on the far side did, and they teed him up.
Boy, did you see him turn that Jets on, though, right just past half court. He saw a little bit of a lane and just covered the rest of the distance. Seemed like in 2 strides.
A little bit of frustration. And they teed him up. So Burley's going to have a chance here. Now, Harwell got fouled. And they're trying to sort it out. Malik Harwell still pleading his case to the official. So Malik got fouled. Malik got fouled on the drive, so he's going to have his free throws. Then Burley will have a couple of free throws, and then the ball.
You know, and Scott, when they do this, they always clear the lane and let the guy just shoot free throws with nobody else around him.
It's a lonely feeling.
To me, I'm like, that's almost a disadvantage.
So now,
bring the rest of the people up here.
kind of lonely up here. Mario Del Bosque will shoot the technical free throws. And he gets the first. You know, Mike, technicals are really a tricky thing, and they're also very strategic for a coach because coaches sometimes get them on purpose. Now, this one obviously wasn't a coach. But when they do occur, whether it's by coach, whether it's by player, the important thing is, did a possession get lost in that? And in this situation, it did not. So that is a break for Century. It's when Century's got the basketball that you get a technical foul, you lose the possession. Close to a backcourt. Yeah. 1:20 to go, second quarter. It's a 10-point lead as both teams just traded free throws. So all that technical did was just kind of negate the foul more than anything. Del Bosque's shot, no good. And Harwell will be fouled on that long pass up ahead to Barron, and that's a break for Century. That had turnover written all over it. So the foul goes against Roy Del Bosque. That's his second. 1 minute to go before halftime. 31-21 Century. This is Barron trying to get loose, and he throws it away as Barron and Rawlings couldn't get on the same page. 51 seconds to go before the break. Burley down 10. Here's Roy Del Bosque at Ortega. Long three, got it. That's a big shot from Roy Del Bosque. And it's a 7-point game. 27 seconds to go before the half. The answer from Harwell. Too strong. Fought for and controlled by Cantu. Roy Del Bosque with 15 seconds to go. Burley with a huge possession here to close the half. Ortega in trouble on the baseline with 9 seconds. Cantu now. Mario with 5 seconds. Can Burley get something off? Roy Del Bosque at the gun, and not the shot Burley wanted to end the half. 31-24. Both teams head to the locker room. Century with the 7-point advantage.
Combining professional service at minimal cost distinguishes our funeral home from others. Complete funeral package including metal casket and concrete vault starting at $49.95. We invite you to stop in and compare. Morrison Payne Funeral Home and Crematory. Compassionate service, thoughtfully priced, serving Burley and Rupert.
Hi, Mario and Buddy, just looking at the map. By our calculations, everyone was within an easy drive of Teton Toyota in Idaho Falls. That's really good news because it means you have a real choice when it comes to car shopping. You can choose the old way with weekend gimmicks and high-pressure salesmen, or come to Teton Toyota. No gimmicks, no pressure, just friendly service and a friendly dog. If that sounds good to you, stop by Teton Toyota in Idaho Falls, where it's always no problem.
You're watching the 2015 Real Dairy Shootout, only on idahosports.com game streams. Presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the United Dairymen of Idaho.
I'm a third-generation dairy farmer. I would love to have my kids involved as they grow up, and you know, that all works if we take good care of what we have. We take pride in knowing that the milk is harvested in a good way, and then it's processed and sold to help the growth of people and children, and you know, it really is where good comes from.
Hey, common sense.
Whoa, why so slow?
Got internet from the phone company.
And the more things we turn on, the slower everything goes.
No, DSL might have been okay in the past, but not anymore. The more tablets, laptops, and smartphones you have, the more you need the speed of Cable One high-speed internet.
Yeah, I think we've reached a new low and slow.
Yeah. Cable One, it's just common sense.
Congrats. Proud of you. Congratulations. Nice job.
4 out of 5 Idaho adults choose to live life tobacco-free. Way to go, Idaho.
Visit projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Good morning, Grinstitute team. Today we are connecting dental health with overall health. Jackson.
We're making plans easier to understand to help keep regular care intact for Maggie's family.
Our dentist feels like part of our family team.
So we're testing this new smartphone app. Kids can send a personalized thank you auto tune to their favorite dentist 24/7.
And let's keep thinking on that one.
Partners in lifelong dental care. We're there.
I'm Matt Foltz, and I am ready. I started rock climbing when I was 10 years old. You can take some things from climbing and translate it to problem solving at school. I chose College of Idaho because professors were able to give one-on-one individual attention to each student. Kinesiology is the study of human movement. I knew I wanted to do something that was health related. I really wanted to help people. The College of Idaho is the best decision I've ever made. I'm Matt Foltz, and I will climb higher.
Hello, I'm Jason Buck. I'm 52 years old and I'm proud to be an Idaho athlete. Very proud to be a graduate of South Fremont High School and play football for Ricks College and on through the NFL. I'm so excited for all of you to be able to play in the Idaho State tournaments. What a great time in your life. Now I face the challenge of not only being a father but a grandfather as well and taking care of my health. And now I'm taking Cardio Miracle, the top of the line. Nothing out there like it. A fantastic product so that I can be with my family for as many years as possible.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Idaho. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
This is my classroom. These are my school supplies. This is my laboratory. This is my college. Apply for free online at nic.edu. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
Oh, you caught me in a good mood. I finally got my dream team. Agri-Service now carries the Rogator 700. It's easy to maneuver with 165 horsepower, great fuel economy, and the smart drive system. Pair that with the bad boy tractors, my massive Ferguson 8600 series, and I got power, comfort, technology, and pure performance that no other tractor can match. You want more information? You go to agri-service.com or visit one of their 10 locations near you.
When you're headed east and your financial institution is west, the Westmark mobile money app makes account management fast and easy, wherever the road may take you, with everything you need.
You're watching the 2015 Real Dairy Shootout, only on idahosports.com game streams. Presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the United Dairymen of Idaho.
Did you happen to see on the replay what
right call. I don't know what Malik Carwell was complaining about.
We'll come back whenever you're ready. I'll give that meter to him. 3, 2. You bring it in. All right.
It's halftime here at Bora. 2 minutes, 25 seconds before we resume action. And before we get to the numbers, Mike, let's hear from some of the fine folks in Burley.
Valley Agronomics is a regional multi-state agronomy cooperative that provides products and services to full-time farm and ranch producers. They provide sound agronomic advice, accurate and timely custom application, helping producers achieve maximum economic yields on their fields. Their expert crop advisors care about your success and can help you with the newest and most up-to-date products and services. Contact Valley Agronomics in Paul today at 438-5011 or visit valleywidecoop.com for more information. Valley Agronomics, your growing success is our business. And no matter what your fitness level or goals, Impact Athletic in Burley has a variety of fitness programs and tools, plus professional advice to keep you motivated, excited, and seeing results. At Impact Athletic, we are so confident that we will help you achieve your goals that we offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. Push aside your excuses and live life to the fullest. Come see us today and ask about our zero-time commitment memberships at 1150 16th Street in Burley. And be jeweled by me on the Century side of the state. There's a proud supporter of the Century Diamondback Athletic. Be Jeweled by Me offers a wide array of charm, locket, and bracelet trinkets for your custom jewelry needs. Have friends interested in making their own jewelry? Host a product party or join their team of consultants. Military discounts on all purchases are also available. Just go online to bejewelledbyme.com or call 208-223-7070 today. Be Jeweled by Me. Fun, easy, and affordable. Go D-backs!
All right, let's take a look at the first half by the numbers before we get ready to start here in the third quarter. Shooting percentages, Burley not shooting very well, 27% from the field, including 2 of 15 from three-point range, 8 of 11 from the free throw line, so that's keeping them in it a little bit. Century shooting very well, 48% from the floor, including 4 of 10 from beyond the arc. Rebounds heavily in the favor of the Century Diamondbacks, out-rebounding Burley 21-13, and we noticed that in that first quarter, Mike, how Burley was just not getting second shots, and they were allowing second shots. So a lot of that came in that lopsided first quarter when Burley was outscored 18-7. But Burley did get it together and closed the half on an 11-2 run. They were down 16, and now they're only down 7. It's 31-24, and Burley will have the basketball to start things here in the third quarter. And how big was that possession to end the half when Burley came away empty, and now they've got the ball again.
Yeah, if they could have come up with some points on that last possession.
Mario
and then
rattles home the three. The Bosquets got 11. And it's a 4-point game. Burley has creeped back in this thing. Midway through that second quarter, looked like Century might run away with it. Everything was clicking, but Burley is kind of batting down the hatches a little bit. And Folger answers. Quas drives cut off. To the rim, and Hearn rejects it. (34-27), a minute gone, third quarter. Good move. Brennan Page over Malik Harwell.
Nice little pump fake.
34-29, a 5-point lead for Century.
Give a nice little pump fake there, just kind of neutralized Malik Harwell. Made a little spin move and a tough little jumper.
Good pass. At the rim, Folger converts. Folger's got 5 in the quarter, and it's back up to a 7-point lead for Century. Mario in trouble, nearly turned it over. Here's a three on the right side. Mario with the rebound as Gerard was off the mark. Quast from the corner, got it. Quast has 8, and it's a 4-point Century lead.
And that three came a little more in rhythm of their offense where they
It did, Mike.
shot
You could
penetrate
just
a little
see.
bit, drive and just suck the defense into the key, kick it out to your partner spotting up instead of just standing around tossing it back and forth.
Exactly, and you could just see Burley in a little bit more of an offensive rhythm there. What a nice pass from Harwell. But Rao couldn't convert, and we've got a whistle as Century had a second chance opportunity. McKinley Quast picked up his first personal, first team foul here in the second half. Zach Hearn will shoot a pair of free throws. Unable to connect on the first one. Century shooting 78% from the line in this tournament. So they can put the ball in the basket from the stripe. And Hearn missed them both, but another chance as Rao pulls the board, is tied up on the rebound, and it will stay with Century. Those are
the third opportunity.
Exactly. Those are the things that will
away.
kill a team right there. And off the opportunity, I can't believe it. Hearn missed it point blank. And on the other end, Mario Del Bosque can't convert. So both teams trade a couple of missed lay-ins. And here we go, Harwell. Impressive piece of dribbling from Malik Harwell. 5 minutes to go, third quarter, 36-32. And Harwell will go to the line. Harwell with 15 points in that first half. Misses the first. Harwell with 22 points in the opener, 19 points yesterday. Has 15 this morning. Missed 2 free throws and then a rebounding foul called on Hearn. That's 36-32. Century with a 4-point advantage. Gerard to Quast. Nowhere to go for Gibbons. Short corner for Gibbons. Finds an open man on the corner. And that's Brennan Page. And it's a 1-point game. Since that first quarter, Burley is doing a much better job of executing their offense and finding rhythm for their shooters. 36-35. Century with the 1-point lead. Honina Edmo fires up the air ball. Rebound into the arms of Page, and here come the Bobcats. A chance to take the lead. They led it early 3-0, but that was it. And a steal by Barron. Barron to the rim and the flush. The 6'4" senior throws it down, and Century's back up by 3. Pull-up jumper. Mario Del Bosque cannot convert. The hustle play by Hearn saves the possession for Century. And it looks like we've got a timeout on the floor. A full timeout. So, Mike, let's keep it here and visit some fine folks in Burley.
You want to go to Burley? Okay. Mill End Fabrics in Burley is the place to go in the mini cash area for fabric, upholstery, and foam. Mill End Fabrics has been in business for 28 years and is run by your local friends and neighbors, not some out-of-state big box store. Come in and see the wide selection of sewing notions that are always 20% off. Stop by Mill End Fabrics in Burley at 1358 Overland Avenue or call them at 878-5713. Mill End Fabrics, proud to support all Burley athletics. And combining professional service at minimal cost distinguishes our funeral home from others. Complete funeral package including metal casket and concrete vault starting at $4,995. We invite you to stop in and compare Morrison Payne Funeral Home and Crematory. Compassionate service, thoughtfully priced, serving Burley and Rupert.
3:24 left to go, third quarter, and Century up by 3, 38-35 in this consolation championship. At the conclusion of this game, we will have the trophy presentation. But we've got a long way to go. Century has led almost the entire way. But Burley hanging around, refusing to let him get too far ahead. Century did have a 16-point lead at one time, and then Malik Harwell gets an and one. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. He's got 17 for the game.
Yeah, he's pretty quick, and he can just cover some ground in a hurry.
And an offensive rebound and a putback. That's a killer row. And it's back up to a 7-point lead, and those rebounds are haunting Burley a little bit as it cost them in that first quarter, and now here in the third, they're giving up way too many second chance points to Century.
Yeah, Burley battled back, closed it to 3 points, and then had the turnover. And then it gave up that offensive rebound.
Yeah, they had it to one with a chance to take a lead.
Yep.
6 straight from Century. Gibbons at the line for 2, and it breaks that 6-0 run. 42-36. Century. One more for the senior Cole Gibbons. 1 of 2. And the lead remains 6. And a steal by Quast. Quast working on Huff, and a tough shot, and he gets it to go. Quast with 10. And it's a 4-point Century lead.
And that's kind of what started their run last time. They were down and battling their way back, Scott. Some defensive pressure, getting some steals out at the guard area.
Gibbons pulls the board on the contested shot by Barron. Here come the Bobcats. Three-pointer on the way from Page. Barron tries to steal it, but it finds the arms of Mario, and he traveled. Excuse me, that's Gibbons, and he traveled, and it was the right call. Can't say enough, Mike, about how good the officiating has been here at Bora High School. They have been in control of all the games. Sure, they're going to miss some.
Oh, yeah, there's no way you could do a game and not miss some.
But I tell you what, they have really been impressive. They have been non-factors.
Yeah, and they earned their way here to the state tournament as well as the players and teams.
Harwell with another and one opportunity. And, you know, you talk about that, Mike. You see so many kids get fouled at the rim, but they can't finish the play. Harwell's a finisher.
Yeah.
He's strong enough to fight through contact and get the bucket. Now, he struggled at the line here in this third quarter. He's 0 for 4 from the line in the quarter, and he finally gets one. 0 for 3, rather, 1 for 4 now. 1:30 to go. Century has pushed it back out to a 7-point advantage. Inside, Gibbons kicks it for the shooter. And Burley battling on the sideline. Can't come up with it.
Almost able to come up with it, but had a foot out of bounds.
1:20 to go, third quarter, 7-point lead for the Diamondbacks. Skip pass. Huff baseline drive. His floater good. A 9-point lead. Three-pointer. Got it. That's Cole Gibbons. 6-point lead. 47-41 Century. 40 seconds to go in the quarter. And Harwell will hold for the final shot. 30 seconds to go. $20 seconds. 15. 10. Folger for a three, wide open, and he got it. 4 seconds. 2 seconds. Good if it goes from Harwell. Oh, boy, he almost got it, and he almost got fouled on the shot. Folger with a big three and a big quarter for Folger. 8 points in the period. It's 50-41 Century. We'll be right back.
Phil Meter Toyota was just voted the best place to buy and service your car in Pocatello. Now imagine the best getting even better. Our brand new facility will be the biggest in eastern Idaho, with 18 service bays, including 3 quick loops. The first thing you should always look for when buying a new or used car or truck is a great service department. And ours, according to you, is the best. On Yellowstone or online at philmetertoyota.com.
You're watching the 4A Real Dairy Shootout, only on idahosports.com game streams. Presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the United Dairymen of Idaho.
3 quarters in the books here at Bora High School. Century with the 9-point advantage, 50-41. And Mike, it was 36-35, and Burley had the basketball with a chance to take the lead, and that is when Century took off. At that point, Century outscored Burley 14-6.
So once again, Burley finds themselves in the same situation they faced most of the game, and that's trying to come back from a deficit, get it back to being close, and have a chance to win it at the end.
Arteaga to the rim, and he will shoot free throws. Good job by the big fella. And it takes a lot of energy just to keep coming back and coming back. How much more can Burley give? Because Century, I tell you what, they might be the best team here. I'm not sure that Century can't win a state championship if they had just gotten through that overtime. They just didn't play as well as they should have. But they've done everything right, and they can certainly score points. They've got role players. They've got Harwell. Harwell spinner, no good. Barron with the offensive rebound and a foul by Arteaga. 50-42, Century by 8. So Barron will shoot free throws. And Leo Barron connects. He's got 8 in the game. He got them both, and the lead's up to 10 now. 52-42. 7:20 to go in the game. Can Burley mount a run? They were down 16 at one point and came all the way back, and now Folger to the rim, and he will be fouled. And now Century's on a roll here. Folger will shoot a pair. Folger with 9 in the contest, all of them in the second half. A pair of triples in that third quarter for Folger. And the lead is up to 12 now, 54-42. And another turnover. Barron comes away with it. Harwell pull-up jumper. Too strong. Arteaga with the rebound. Up ahead to Roy Del Bosque. The trailer. Page. Roy will fire a three over Hearn. Harwell with the rebound. 6.5 to go. 54-42 Century. And Harwell commits the foul, and we've seen him do that a lot. That's player control.
Yeah, that's got to be the scattering report on him when he starts to make his move to the basket and get in front and stand there and take it.
Well, in that overtime loss, we saw him pick up 3 charges and then eventually foul out of the game. (54-42) Burley with the basketball, down by 12. Mario got it, and that breaks an 18-7 run by Century. 14 in the game from Mario Del Bosque. 54-45, 6 minutes to go. Harwell with the spin, making it look easy. He had Cantu posted up. Harwell with 22. Arteaga over Hearn, and charging foul called against Arteaga.
And Scott, you were mentioning earlier how much energy it takes for you out of your team when you're just constantly trying to battle back and fight back from those deficits. Does Burley have enough gas left in the tank for the last 5.5 minutes to mount some kind of comeback?
Let's take a quick trip to the inbox. This one says, shout out to the Century Diamondbacks and all the 5th District teams. Bring home the hardware from Gerald Christensen in Johannesburg, South Africa. Listeners all the way in South Africa.
Pretty cool.
Harwell extends the lead to 13. And a foul on Folger. That will be the 5th team foul. Burley was 17 fouls. (58-45) is your score. 5:06 to go. 13-point lead for the Diamondbacks. Last touch by Hearn. It'll stay with Burley here on the near side.
He's got to feel the coach of Burley. You got to be thinking, correct me if I'm wrong, but you start breaking the last 5 minutes down, just giving your team little targets. Let's get it to single digits by 4 minutes.
You have to. And then somehow you've got to extend the game. By drawing fouls, getting to the line.
Let's close it to within 5 by 2 minutes.
Del Bosque's shot rolls around and will not go. And those are shots that have got to fall. Harwell inside. Terrell, who misses at point blank, and a foul on the rebound. 58-45, 4:40 to play, and Rao will step to the line, and I think this will be 1-1. It is 1-1 free throw for Chase Rao. Doesn't get it. And Burley's going to need help like that to make one last push. They're down 13. Burley moving the basketball, but Century really playing some good defense, flying around, and to travel as Hearn got his hand in there and mixed up Mario Del Bosque.
You're right, Century kind of flying around playing some hard defenses. There was 4 defenders on the far side perimeter corner there at the end of that last series.
4:11 left on the clock, 58-45 Century. Folger for 3. Money. Folger having a big second half. He's got 13, all of them in the second half. 61-45 and another turnover as Burley travels, and you can see the wheels starting to come off just a little bit for the Burley Bobcats, down 16. This is the largest deficit. As Burley was down 16 in the second quarter, fought all the way back and had it to a point in the third quarter. And since that time, Century has really taken off. Mosseth, the 6'8 fella, can't get it to go. Burley in transition. Quast will fire up a 3. Too strong. Barron with the rebound. And Barron turns it over. There's Mario. Mario's got 16, and the lead is 14 with 3 minutes to go. Burley's got to think about applying some full court pressure here and maybe getting into the foul game at some point. If nothing else, just to extend the game a little. Folger to the rim. Can't get it. And a whistle on the rebound. And fortunate for Century because Burley had just about everybody breaking the other way.
You were talking about how after Burley climbed back into with a point and Century took off from there. They've done it on both ends of the court, Scott.
Yes, they have.
Offensively, they're making some plays, but they've also really picked up their defense, forcing Burley into some turnovers, limiting them to one shot.
$14-point lead right now. Harwell gets Mario to walk. And another turnover. And again, these just aren't happening because it's Century defensive pressure that's forcing a lot of this. 2:20 to go. 61-47. Let's see what Burley chooses to do here. Harwell doing a little bit too much dribbling and then double dribbled it. Every possession, offensively and defensively, matter for Burley. Approaching 2 minutes to go, and Burley's down 14. Page will fire up a 3. Too strong. Harwell with the rebound. Up ahead to Barron. Harwell, 1:45 to go, and if Burley wants to have a shot here, they're going to have to start fouling.
Yeah.
Both teams are in 1-and-1 free throw. Harwell to the rim. Wow. Harwell with 26. Mario for 3. Harwell hustling for the rebound and slides out of bounds. Good hustle by Malik Harwell. Also for Burley, Colt Gibbons. And Century is emptying the bench. Barron, Folger, Harwell, Mossep will all take a seat and receive a nice round of applause from the Century faithful. Jared Payne into the game. Hearn is in the game. Honina Edmo is in the game. Caleb Prey is on the floor, as well as Tucker Huff for Century. And a foul will send Colt Gibbons to the free throw line. 1:13 left to go, 63-47. Tell you what, Century has scored some points in this tournament. 65 in the opener, 68 yesterday, and it's 63 right now.
63 and counting here.
And Burley is emptying the bench as well. Into the game for Century is Lucas Rawlings. On the floor for Burley, Landon Gunnell, Zach Simmons, Paxton Bodley, Braden Bell, and Ryan Bagley. One minute to go. 63-49 and a turnover. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Century. Burley will have the basketball in the front of their own bench. Under a minute. Long three. Too strong from Bagley. Hustle play by Gunnell. Saves the possession. And the young kids from Burley trying to make something happen here with 35 seconds to go. Three-pointer straight away. Off the mark for Simmons. Century clears the rebound. Huff with the ball. Nice dribbling by Huff. Missing inside was Rawlings, and Burley will come the other way with 15 seconds to go. Three-pointer on the way. No good for Bagley, and a foul.
Many of us come from a long line of ancestors with a history of strong work ethic, dependability, and a love for all things outdoors. Each of them depended on strength and determination to get the job done, and so do we. Valleywide Home and Ranch in Rupert is your local store, and we know what it means to put in a full day's work. And we appreciate that you know that too. Whether you need feed, fertilizer, fuel, tack, lawn and garden, or a sturdy pair of work boots, Valleywide Home and Ranch has the tools to help you get the job done. Valleywide Home and Ranch in Rupert, your local home and ranch store.
And that will do it. Congratulations to the Century Diamondbacks. They are the consolation champions. Final score 63-49.
Okay, Scott, we got one more local sponsor from the Century side. The Bank of Commerce is a full-service community bank with 16 locations in southeastern Idaho and southwest Montana. Call their ag and business lending specialists and find out why their customers say they're the bank of a lifetime.
Well, we'll keep it right here as we will have the trophy presentation. And while they are getting set to do that, we'll just kind of break a few things down by the numbers. Leading the way for Century, Malik Harwell with 26 points. Folger added 13 for the Diamondbacks. For Burley, Mario Del Bosque with 16 points. And a strong game from him. With 10 points is McKinley Quast. And Burley had some pretty balanced scoring throughout. So we will now direct your attention to the floor for the presentation of the consolation trophy.
Assisted by Sheppa, Marty Colder, the 2014-15 Century Diamondbacks are Tucker Huff, Malik Harwell, Jared Payne, Grant Bolger, Leo Barrett, Carter West, Dan Hindy, Chase Rao, Lucas Rollins, Sheldon Marina Enbo, Jarrell Adams, Keaton Iverson, Zach Kern, Caleb Bray, and Tanner Nelson. Congratulations to both Burley and Century on a fantastic season. We look forward to seeing both of you back here next year for the state tournament.
Congratulations, Century Diamondbacks, the 2015 consolation champions, as they defeat the Burley Bobcats 63-49. Well, one piece of business left for us to take care of, and that is our player of the game, brought to you by CardioMiracle.com. So we'll step away, be right back to Bora after this.
Hello, I'm Jason Buck. I'm 52 years old, and I'm proud to be an Idaho athlete. Very proud to be a graduate of South Fremont High School and play football for Ricks College and on through the NFL. I'm so excited for all of you to be able to play in the Idaho State tournaments. What a great time in your life. Now I face the challenge of not only being a father, but a grandfather as well, and taking care of my health. And now I'm taking Cardio Miracle, the top of the line, nothing out there like it, a fantastic product, so that I can be with my family for as many years as possible.
Well, after a very, very short discussion, we have decided on our player of the game, and this is a guy that not only played well today, but he played well for the entire tournament, scored 67 points, 22 points, 8 boards game 1, 19 points, 9 boards game 2, 26 points, 8 boards in game 3, and who else? It's Malik Harwell. Congratulations to Malik Harwell, our
pretty good tournament
player of the game for his final high school game before he takes his talents to Boise State University next year. Well, as always, we would like to thank our sponsors who help make IdahoSports.com and these webcasts possible: the United Dairymen of Idaho, Idaho High School Activities Association, Cable One Television, Phone, and Internet, AgriService Farm Equipment, Delta Dental of Idaho, Westmark Credit Union, College of Idaho, Project Filter, North Idaho College, and CardioMiracle.com. And locally, Mike,
on the Burley side, we have Teton Toyota, Impact Athletic, Mill End Fabrics, Morrison Payne Funeral Home and Crematory, Valley Agronomics, and Valley-Wide Home and Ranch. And for Century, Phil Meter Toyota, the Bank of Commerce, and Bejeweled by Me. Thank you very much for your support for the entire tournament.
And if you know anybody from these businesses, make sure you thank them, because without their help, these game streams do not happen. Well, don't forget to buy your game CD for just $14.95 and make the memories made this morning last a lifetime. Order your CD by clicking on the banner top right side of your video player. A special thanks to our tournament director, Vince Mann, and the staff here at Bora High School for their hospitality. Our producer this morning has been the legendary Otho Michael Savage. Thanks for joining us from Bora High School. This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com game streams, brought to you by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the United Dairymen of Idaho. Final score: the Century Diamondbacks 63, the Burley Bobcats 49. Consolation championship goes to the Century Diamondbacks. Well, for everyone here at IdahoSports.com, I'm Scott Burton. Thanks for watching, and good day.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com game streams, brought to you by the United Dairymen of Idaho. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com is strictly prohibited.